All right, look. So what had happened was I ended up getting an iPhone 11 Pro Max, 256 gig. I mean, not even the less expensive one. It's a lot of money. And I know that I talked a lot about how you probably shouldn't get this phone, and certainly not at this price range. And I actually still stand by that. You probably should not get this phone at this price range. But I gotta tell you something. I love this thing. I absolutely love this thing. I didn't know I was gonna love it so much. I'll tell you the entire story because there's actually a story to this. It's not just me going into the store and buying this. There's reasons why I have this. And I'll tell you all about them right after this.
This is, you listening to Travis.
What up, players? Welcome back. And for all you new people, welcome. My name's Travis and I do tech videos every single week and have a blast doing them. If that sounds like fun to you, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Anything I talk about will be in the description below. But for now, let's just get into the video. So yes, I've gone from Galaxy Note 10 Plus to iPhone. This is the first time I've ever had an iPhone with my main SIM in it. Now, you have seen me cover reviews of the iPhone XR, which was the very first iPhone I ever bought, and the iPhone 11. I did not buy the Pro at that time. I just reviewed those two because I figured price-wise, those are the ones you should get if you're looking into iOS. And I still stand by that. The iPhone 11 is the one you should buy if you're looking for an iPhone. And for my main phone, I've always had a larger screen, which is why I never really considered the iPhone 11 as my main phone. I came close on occasion. I was like, it seems pretty nice. But there was something about it. I couldn't tell what it was. I think maybe it was the screen size, or the notch, or something like that, which, by the way, I'll talk about the notch on here in a minute. And I just couldn't ever consider it as my main phone. But I made a video a little while back about the Galaxy Note 10 Plus and how I'm kind of bored with it. And every single day I would get up, turn on my phone, and proceed to be bored with it. A lot of people had a lot of thoughts behind why I might have been bored with it. Let me explain what some people said and my answers to those. And this is actually the reason why I actually blame Samsung for me buying an iPhone, and a little bit of Jonathan Morrison, but we'll get to that a little bit later. I had the Galaxy Note 10 Plus since the day it came out. And I've had a Galaxy Note of some sort since the Galaxy Note 2, every single one. And before that, I had the Galaxy S2. So I've been with Samsung for a very long time. Not because I'm brand loyal to it, I have videos about that, you should absolutely watch them, but because those products were the ones that spoke to me at the time. I liked them. They worked well, they had some great features, and I enjoyed them. And that's no different than what's happening right now, except for some reason, since the Galaxy Note 9, which I kind of discussed in my Galaxy Note 9 video, something just isn't as exciting anymore. And I even mentioned this right as I went to the OnePlus 7 Pro. It's the whole reason I left Samsung for the first time in, 10, 11 years, whatever it is, to another phone. It's the first time, and it was the OnePlus 7 Pro. It wasn't an iPhone. And if it wasn't for the Galaxy Note 10, or even more specifically, me having this YouTube channel, I wouldn't have bought the Galaxy Note 10 Plus. I wouldn't have bought it. There was no reason. I was absolutely happy with the OnePlus 7 Pro. Some people will say that one of the reasons I got bored with my Galaxy Note 10 was that I see too many different smartphones. I mean, I guess that makes sense for a lot of tech YouTubers, but I don't review a lot of different smartphones, so I don't really believe that. Some people say that I'm expecting too much out of a smartphone. I would disagree. I don't actually expect anything more than what I enjoy. And if I'm able to get that enjoyment out of a $750 OnePlus 7 Pro, there's no reason I shouldn't be able to get it out of a Galaxy Note 10 Plus. But my expectations will be raised because I spent more money. And I feel like some people are making apologies for expensive phones now. If I spend $1,000 on something, almost anything, I better enjoy it. Unless it's a bill. I mean, really, that's the only thing I can think of where I have to pay something and I'm not really gonna enjoy it. But if I pay $1,000 for a tech gadget, I better enjoy every single aspect of it. And it really blew my mind that people were trying to say that I expected too much, or I shouldn't be bored of it, or what did I expect? I paid over $1,000 for it. I want to be entertained. I want to enjoy it every time I pick it up. And I don't think it was asking too much, since I had that feeling every single time I picked up the $750 OnePlus 7 Pro. If they can do it at $750, Samsung can do it at over $1,000. So I reject that as well. Then there were just like various hate comments, like you're an Apple sheep, or OnePlus 7 sheep, or Galaxy hater. I have more Samsung hardware in my house than a lot of you have ever bought in your entire life. So at the end of the day, it had nothing to do with any of those things. It simply was I was bored. I couldn't even necessarily put my finger exactly on it. Some aspects of it were great. The S Pen was the best it's ever been. I've never felt something that felt so much like writing on paper ever in my life. I actually really enjoyed it. And the camera quality is excellent. Nothing wrong with it. As a matter of fact, That and the battery life were A1. Totally enjoyed it, worked fine. I even took it to LA, worked great. The battery life lasted me all day, even though I was hammering it really hard. So in a lot of ways, there was really nothing wrong with the Galaxy Note 10 Plus. I didn't really have super complaints other than I was bored. So when I started seeing all these videos by people like Jonathan Morrison, who's incredibly amazing at making iPhone videos and videos about any particular type of Apple product, I got a little bit of an itch. One of the things that made me want to check into it was the battery life claims. People were saying this thing was getting incredible battery life. Now, I was super happy with the Galaxy Note 10 battery life, but let me just tell you something. Let me give you an idea of what I'm talking about for the battery life. I usually take my phone off the charge around 7:30 a.m. It is currently 2:15 p.m. That's, you know, like 7 hours or something worth of battery usage. Now, with any Android phone I've had, no matter how good they've been, the best I've ever seen at this time is like 75%. And that's when I don't use it very often and it's just kind of on Wi-Fi and I'm not doing very much with it. The amount of usage that I've used this phone today should equate to maybe 60-something%, maybe high 60% on the Galaxy Note 10. Now I've had this Galaxy Note 10 Plus. I've had the Galaxy Note 10 Plus for a while, so I kind of have an idea of what battery expectations I should have. I just checked the battery on the iPhone 11 Pro Max and it's at 91%. It's at 91%. Now, whenever I say things like this, there's always people in the comments that say that I'm lying or don't believe me. I don't care. I literally don't care because it's the truth. It's literally what's happening, 91%. And you can try to wrap your head around it and think that I'm not telling the truth, but I really don't care. It makes no never mind, it is the truth. Facts don't care about your feelings. And the facts here are, this thing's battery is amazing. And one of the things I'm starting to concentrate on now with smartphones is, how does it do the 90% of the things that I need it for? Is the iPhone 11 a perfect phone? The iPhone 11 Pro Max or iPhone 11 Pro? No, they're absolutely not. iOS has a lot of things about it that are not great. Things like customization are out the window, always on display, forget about that. There's all types of features that I'm just used to on Android that I won't get on iOS. I'm totally understanding of that. I get it. But I've had an iPad for many years, different versions all the way since the iPad 2 up to the iPad Pro 11 that I have right now. But I've always had a Galaxy phone along with that, so I've never had the integration of both. Let me tell you something, when you have the integration of both, it's a different world, baby. It's a different world. And it's an excellent world to be able to shoot some stuff from my videos here and airdrop them on my iPad without having to go through a USB-C into this, into that, just a bunch of shenanigans. This is amazing. The integration is real. And this is why people have such a hard time getting away from Apple. So I'm going to say that the 90% I use my smartphone for, which would be social media, YouTube related stuff, and basically text and calls, it does excellently, just excellently. As a matter of fact, there's certain features that just unlocked in my car through the Bluetooth system that I didn't have access to on an Android phone. I don't even know why that happened. I haven't upgraded the software in it, just all of a sudden I have new features because I'm using an iPhone. So real quick, the notch. I don't like it. I don't like any interruption in my display. Whether it's the booty hole on the Galaxy Note 10 Plus or this big notch on the iPhone Pro, Pro Max, and all the other ones. I don't like it. Not a fan. That's why I really liked the OnePlus 7 Pro, the uninterrupted display. Love that. So yeah, I get it. Is it the best phone? No. Are there things about Android I might miss? No. But Travis, you won't have always on display. Nope, I'm not worried about it. But Travis, notifications are better on Android. I mean, there's so many better things about Android, you're never gonna have it again. Not true. You see, I'm in an unusual situation where I'm a tech YouTuber, so I have more than one phone. I will always have an Android phone with me. I will miss out on nothing. Zero on Android. Zero. And listen, I get it. People might hate on that. People might think that that's a terrible way of doing it, but I just happen to be in a position where I can have the best of both worlds. And let's be clear, it is definitely the best of both worlds. Now, any of you that have been watching me for a long time know that I advocate for budget-related tech. And there's nothing budget about what I'm doing right now. I do not recommend this to anyone. Zero people out there should try to buy an Android and an iPhone unless their work is buying them one or the other. I'm not saying any of you should do any of that. But if you do happen to be split across the two and have the access to both, there's nothing like it. You miss out on nothing. iMessage is the truth. Full resolution pictures and videos across text messaging, truth. And I don't care if there's other like apps and stuff you can do that with. This is integrated into the native phone. I don't have to have anyone else download anything else. I don't have to do that. They already have it. The camera system's amazing. I literally miss out on nothing. And if I need something from Android, I just whip out the OnePlus 7 Pro, or I even still have my Galaxy Note 10 Plus at the moment. I literally miss out on nothing. But let me be 1000% clear. That phone, the iPhone 11 Pro Max, 256 gig version is too freaking expensive. You absolutely need to get a screen protector because it will scratch. These are having all types of scratching problems. You absolutely should get a case. These things will break if you drop them. It's ridiculous for the amount of money you're spending. You are not getting enough back. Absolutely not. But man, is it good. At the end of the day, I'm enjoying the actual experience. I love it. I'm not going away from Android forever. I'm sure there'll be a phone next year that I'll be really interested in. It'll be my main phone. But for now, the iPhone 11 Pro Max is my main phone. There you go. Proceed to the comments. So yeah, this whole thing is really Samsung's fault, because had I stayed with the OnePlus 7 Pro, I would not be looking at iPhones. Literally, that's it. The only reason I ended up with an iPhone is because I had the Galaxy Note 10 Plus. Now you might think, well, why don't you just go back to the OnePlus 7 Pro? And I will to a certain degree. It will be my secondary phone. But after seeing the iPhone in my hand and playing around with it in the Apple Store, after I'd already become kind of disillusioned with the Note 10 Plus, I bought one. But again, would never have happened if it wasn't for the Galaxy Note 10 Plus not being as awesome as I was hoping it would be. Maybe the Note 11 will be. To be clear, I'm not letting Apple off the hook on this one. There's still plenty of things wrong with this phone, and I'll probably do videos here and there about that. Just because I own it and I bought it doesn't mean I all of a sudden think it's the perfect phone. It's not. It's not even close to being a perfect phone. It is darn good though, and it's doing all the things that I need it to do. The 90% of the things I need it to do, it's doing very well. And that's why I ended up buying it. I know my comment section is going to be trash. Good idea, Travis. Buy an iPhone 11 Pro and tell everyone about it. They're just going to slam you left, right, and center because you said all the stupid things about the iPhone. Great idea. You're a genius. Listen, I like what I like. I don't know what to tell you. It's an amazing phone. More content to come about the phone and why I like it and some of the things I'm going to be doing with it on the channel. Leave me comments below. If this video helped you out in any way, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell. And if it didn't, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. I'm here every single week having a blast. Hope to see you again real soon. Peace and love. Peace and love. Off to the comment section I go.